a parenting influencer who built her platform around family life and motherhood, is now living through the kind of moment no parent ever wants to face. Kelly Hopton-Jones, widely known online through her blog Hillside Farmhouse, accidentally ran over her own toddler son with her car, and the story has shaken parents across social media. Kelly is not just a social media personality, she is also a qualified pediatric nurse practitioner who has been running her parenting blog for several years. She lives with her husband Brian Hopton-Jones and their two young children, Lily, age 3, and Henry, just 23 months old. Her platform is built on honest, relatable parenting content, which is exactly why her followers felt the weight of this story so deeply. The incident took place on an ordinary afternoon when Kelly was loading her daughter Lily into the car for a dance performance. It was a completely routine moment, the kind that happens in millions of households every single day. What Kelly did not know was that little Henry had silently slipped out and wandered directly behind the vehicle. As she reversed out of the driveway, she drove over her own son without seeing him. Neighbors who witnessed the scene immediately rushed over, took care of Lily, and the family raced straight to the emergency room. At the hospital, doctors delivered news that was devastating but also filled with relief. Henry had suffered fractures in his pelvis along with some surface abrasions. However, there was no head trauma and no major internal injuries, something that could easily have gone the other way. The doctor told Kelly directly that while Henry was hurt, this was something he could fully recover from. For a mother standing in that emergency room, those words meant absolutely everything. Kelly took to Instagram the very same day, pouring her heart out, while the emotions were still incredibly raw. She described it as the worst day of her life and admitted that both she and Brian were completely shaken, overwhelmed with guilt and endless what-ifs. Yet, despite her pain, she chose grace over self-destruction, reminding herself and her audience that accidents happen, and the only true mistake is failing to learn from them. Kelly also used her platform responsibly by turning this personal tragedy into an urgent safety lesson for other parents. She urged everyone to always walk around their car before reversing, never rely solely on backup cameras, and never assume a toddler is still where you last saw them. Rear blind zones on standard vehicles can stretch up to 50 feet, making a small child completely invisible to any driver. Henry is expected to make a full recovery. Kelly ended her post with a hospital photo of her son, saying the family was holding him a little tighter that night. Despite everything, she considers herself on the lucky side and is deeply, endlessly grateful.